Sirui's first full-frame autofocus lens is an affordable 85mm standard prime with an aperture of f1.4 and a compact, lightweight body. We have tested it on the Sony A9 III and the ZV-E1 to see how it performs when shooting video on different types of cameras. The E-mount version of the Aurora 85mm f1.4 only weighs 540 grams and has a matte black exterior housing featuring a click and declick aperture switch on the right side. Located on the opposite side is an autofocus and manual focus switch just below a dedicated autofocus hold button, which can also be custom assigned. On the mount itself is a USB-C port for firmware updates. According to Sirui, the lens is weather resistant, which means it should be able to handle some rain and dust. The front filter thread is 67mm, so it's compatible with plenty of filters and step-up rings. The aperture ring, which goes all the way from f1.4 to f16 and additionally to auto mode, runs smoothly with a good amount of friction. This is ideal for video work to change the depth of field or exposure as a creative tool without any visible exposure stepping. When turning on the click function, the aperture ring still rotates smoothly without needing much force, and the stepping of the aperture is also audible. The click, declick and AF/MF switch both have enough resistance to avoid an accidental change of modes. The AF-L button can also be used in AFC video mode to hold focus as long as the button is being pushed down. Even though this is an autofocus lens, having a proper focus ring that rotates 360 degrees is useful to have, not just to manually get a subject into focus when taking photos, but also to be able to do focus pulls while filming. And this works surprisingly accurate even when repeating focus pulls. We put 2 markers on the ring to properly test how well the focus throw performs, and the subjects were in focus each time without any shifting. During our testing period, we mainly used the lens on the Sony A9 III but also the Sony ZV-E1, which are both full-frame cameras with very different ergonomics and sensors, yet they are both suited for video production. The continuous autofocus works well even at 50 fps and 100 fps with a person walking fast towards the camera, which we tested plenty of times with a number of settings in differently lit environments, both outdoors but also in our studio. Regarding optics, the spherical lens has 14 elements in 9 groups and features ED glass and HRI glass. Even wide open at f1.4, the sharpness of the image is rather detailed without looking too soft. Chromatic aberration and color fringing are kept at a minimum, and vignetting isn't too obvious either. The biggest strong suit of the Aurora is certainly the out of focus areas and how the bokeh is being rendered. It's very soft overall without distracting onion rings and very pleasant to look at. Even bright and high contrast areas in the foreground or background with bokeh balls remain soft. That's also why it's a good fit for low-light filming and photography wide open. For some of our night tests, we attached the Sirui black mist filter to add a subtle glow and slight diffusion to the image, which is especially noticeable in light sources, but also skin tones. The Aurora 85mm f1.4 is an intriguing option optically and physically, not just for portrait photography but also for filmmaking, since manual focus and autofocus both work reliably And the ability to switch between clickable and declickable aperture also makes it a good fit for video work. Even though the lens might look big on the ZV-E1, it really is compact and lightweight for an 85mm f1.4 prime and physically a good fit for standard-sized mirrorless cameras. The lens is also available for Fujifilm X mount plus Nikon Z mount, and you can find out more about the Aurora series by following the link in the video description.